Our story begins the previous morning.
Please stop! What's gotten into you, Myers? No! Wait, this is a trick, isn't it? Stay away from me! What have you done to him?
Gotta say, that's a tasty-looking face you're making there. Thinking up some nasty scenarios? Hate to disappoint, but this isn't the kind of assault you're hoping for, girl. See? The skin face of a virgin will make one hell of a catalyst for my research.
A sorcerer.
Don't you die too quick on me, yeah? Be a good girl. Let me peel your face off. I swear I'll treat your body extra nice. Huh? Hey, who the hell are you?
I should ask you the same. And if you knew you're trespassing in somebody's yard. I had been hoping to get some nice shut-eye this afternoon.
Shit. This must be his turf. Take it easy. We're on the same side. Let me go and I'll share every juicy detail of my research with you.
Weird sorcery that involves peeling the skin off of young virgins' bodies? Pass. I went too far. She's gonna be a mess when she wakes up. Just pull it together. I'm a sorcerer. It'll still be easy to fix. Rewound cycle. Everything is back in its place for that spell cast. But with the blood removed, maybe she'll think it was a nightmare. A cross, huh? Affiliated with the church. Apostles of the self-proclaimed God. Our sworn enemy. Anyone could point a finger at me for this mess, even though she'd be dead without me. Well, it's not my problem. Someone will find her if I drop her off near town. Interference with my sorcery? This is my domain, surrounded by protective fields. No average sorcerer could pull this off. Barbatos.
The one and only. And you look like absolute shit, as usual, Zagon.
That's rich, coming from you.
And what's this? Throwing a party without me?
I was just teaching a lesson to a creep making a scene in my yard.
You're one to talk. Where do you get off, man? Preaching as if our kind isn't cut from a similar cloth. We seek power, and other people are nothing but fuel in pursuit of that. Am I right? We're both sorcerers, after all. Speaking of, nice catch. This girl's got a decent amount of mana. She your sacrifice?
Sacrificial sorcery isn't really my style.
Oh, no fun. You should have let me have her.
Not enough over here. Stayed up way too late last night reading. Bother me some other time.
How dare you! I came all this way to visit, and you're ditching me because it's nap time? What is wrong with you? A jolt of adrenaline to the brain will have you up and running in no time.
Why? So I can end up looking like the walking mess you clearly are?
There's something so freeing about the manipulation of flesh and bone through sorcery to increase one's lifespan. You nearly forget that pesky 1,000-year limit. On that note, got some real interesting news for you. Didn't you hear? The
Archdemons. Earning that title bestows one an incredible amount of mana, not to mention authority to command lower-ranked sorcerers. They are the pinnacle of sorcery. Details are vague, but from what I understand, the longest-lived of the 13 Archdemons died recently, after being around for a millennium.
My goodness, that look on your face right now is absolutely to die for. Well, too bad. I'd tell you more, but think of your precious beauty sleep.
Stop wasting my time! Out with it already!
Okay. Wide awake now, aren't we? They're auctioning off his possessions over in Keanoidus. Everything from legit goods to the stuff you and I want.
Which is?
Do I have to spell it out? Listen, Zagon. An Archdemon's legacy will be up for grabs.
And I thought you actually had some news for me. Let me guess, you just want to mooch a few coins off me for the auction, right? Better idea. I'll just buy the legacy myself.
Come on, don't be like that! I told you about the sale, you know.
And mooch off someone else.
Oh, come on, you're the only sorcerer I know who'd loan me money. Help me out, and in exchange, I'll pick up some nice chicks for you, Zagan.
You and your women. Can't say I'm not interested, but in the end, it's not worth the hassle. Trouble in town, huh?
Guards have been working overtime thanks to the recent abductions. It's been the talk of the town. Some dumbass sorcerers have been snatching up young ladies for their sacrifices.
Sounds like a quick way to paint a target on your back, making yourself an enemy of the church. And for what?
Who's to say?
Maybe they're planning on summoning something big, like an actual demon. Morons. They're chasing something out of a fairy tale.
Fast up, Zagan. Word on the street is you're a prime suspect in those kidnappings.
Don't be stupid. How practical can sacrificial sorcery be? Waste of time, if you ask me.
True enough. And sorcerer to sorcerer, it's not like you'd have any friends to bail you out.
Friends aren't that necessary, so who cares?
Check it out. Looks like some big names have come to play. Kimaris the Black Blade. Gremory the Enchantress. And over there, Valifor the Apparition too.
Second names. What? So are they strong?
What do you think? They're candidates to become the new 13th now that the old man's dead and gone. I mean, I am too, of course.
And the next archdemon? Who decides that?
Up for debate among the 12, leaving the plebs to speculate.
Take a look over there. See those boys, Kamaras? What's the name of the sickly-looking one with the ill-mannered attitude about him? Remind me.
I believe that is Barbatos, the Purgatory.
I'm aware the sour-faced one next to him is called Zagan. To be so young and without a title, why in the world would this no-named boy be considered among the candidates?
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting our final item of the day, rest assured we've saved the best for last. This merchandise was previously scheduled to come into the possession of Archdemon Marcosius himself. Unfortunately, due to the Lord's untimely demise, tonight we are honored to pass this valuable asset down to a new and proper owner. Hold on, where's the legacy?
My guess is that we're looking at the guy's catalyst. Chosen himself.
Behold, plucked from the holy land of Norden among a legendary race, a genuine elf! This is no trick of the eye. These creatures are closer to the gods and spirits of nature than mortals could ever be. Observe her striking hair, white as moonlight. This isn't dyed, folks. What you're looking at is an extremely rare, all-natural specimen. Her magical output is simply beyond compare. To say nothing of her worth as a love slave, dear customers. For the right price, she's yours for doing with as you please. Without further ado, let's start the bidding at
1 million!
4,000! Hey, idiot. Please shut up.
1 million gold curiotes for the elf.
Unbelievable folks! An outstanding starting bid! Are you crazy? I realize she's an elf, but that is way too much.
What is this feeling in my chest? She's so lovely. Is that the right way to express it? I want to help her. I want to see her smile for me. More than anything, I want to touch her. All this time I felt empty, and now here you stand before me.
What the hell? What kind of sorcery are you planning to use her for? Congratulations, sir! There you have it! The elf with the...
What now? I should say something to her, right? Is she okay? She's not under some sorcery right now, is she?
Mr. Zagan? Something wrong?
Nothing. And this?
The collar restricts the use of her mana. Careful, don't want her slipping out of that or she's likely to run off. That said, none of us know the mechanism for unlocking the collar in the first place.
Huh. awfully lifeless, isn't she?
Alive and well, I guarantee you. The item you see has been carefully preserved in her natural state. You'll be glad to know, sir, she's demonstrated such incredible capacity that ordinary sorcery hasn't proven effective.
That's excellent. First, I'd like to talk with her. Oh, the anticipation! What sweet sounds she'll make when I get my hands on her. What? Is it wrong to express my enthusiasm?
This is what happens when someone who thought women were too much of a hassle only moments ago falls in love for the first time in his life.
Now that she's home, what next? I have no clue what to say to her. Still, I can't keep dragging this out. So, where to start? Beautiful sky weather, yes? Sky weather? Come on, what does that even mean? Plus, the weather's awful outside. Tell me, how do you find the castle? It looks like hell in here. I bet she probably thinks it resembles the Underworld's execution chamber, or worse. Honestly, I should have freshened up the place before bringing her home.
Pardon me. May I please ask a question of you, Master?
Sweet Isabelle! Her voice is so pure, it's like music to my very ears! What do you want? What do you mean, what do you want? Crap, I sound like a total prick right now!
My fate. I was wondering how exactly you plan to kill me? My last moments may be less excruciating, should I know what to expect beforehand.
Wait! I'm not going to kill you! If anything, you're of better use to me alive!
Alive? Then a fate worse than death. With no release.
Oh! You've got it wrong! That stuff belonged to the castle's old owner, Burke! My name is Zagan. As you can tell, I'm a sorcerer, but torture does not interest me. So, this is ridiculous. Why am I having so much trouble? Ask for her name already!
I apologize. Please call me Nephelia, Master.
Nephelia. What a beautiful name. I suppose I will. And your family name? What is it?
I am without one. Just call me Nephi, if my full name is too much trouble.
Can I?
Yes, sir.
Not only is her name beautiful, she's got a cute nickname too. Nice. So is it common for Alps to be without a family name? That's certainly news to me.
No, it is because I am a cursed child, sir.
Cursed, you say?
Excuse me, but why do you inquire about this information?
Well...
You needn't worry. I am a virgin.
Time out! Either you're very serious or very confused right now!
I thought you were concerned about my value as a subject for your experimentation.
Let me reiterate. I have no interest in your torture. That is classified information. Zagan, you absolute moron! But you captured my heart at an underground auction, and I spent my entire fortune to buy you as a certified freak answer! And if we're living together from now on, I couldn't bear for her to look at me in disgust. Living together?! I'm going to be under the same roof as this wonderful lady? Reel it in. You're a sorcerer, right? What's one conversation to a powerful sorcerer? Nephelia, first. I'll provide you with a room. Choose whichever's to your liking.
Understood. I am to choose my final resting place.
I said I'm not going to kill you!
Apologies. I suppose I find that hard to believe. Is my life truly spared from here on? No matter what purpose you have for me?
I see. Of course. She was caught and sold off as a slave. Most likely told that she was going to be a test subject or a sacrifice for experiments. I don't know what this cursed child business is, and she seems reluctant to share. It's unlikely she calls any place home. I know what that's like. Not having a family name. Not knowing your parents. All I remember is living in the trash. And being called The truth is, I purchased you because I need you. So no more of this talk of dying.
You need me? Truly? Are your words genuine?
Of course! So vow to live for my sake from here on!
Yes.
Follow me to the living quarters you'll be occupying. What would suit her? Maybe a room with a view? Not afraid of heights, are you?
No. Feel free to hang me by the neck or the wrists as you like.
What did I tell you about the torture?
I beg your pardon, but nothing else came to mind when you spoke of heights and quartering, Master.
I'm begging you to have a shred of faith. Watch your step while walking. If you're not careful, you'll fall.
Yes, sir.
Wait, could this be... Are Nephi and I hand in hand? It'd be awkward to let go now. It's so soft. So warm. This room is...
You may take my head as it pleases you, Master.
Seriously, stop! This is, you know, a trap to defend my fortress from enemies in the sky. Crucial. Nice work, Zagan. You nailed it. But worry not. I can see how it'd be in the way. Let me tidy it up. As far as function goes, the room barely clears the hurdle. But this should alleviate some of her concerns, right?
Never have I witnessed such destructive sorcery.
Good point! Busting down a door with a violent spell is a bit much! Curse you, Barbatos! Associating with you has turned me into this! This won't do after all. It's far too dreary.
Yes, dreary is certainly a word to describe it.
Do you like the movie?
I don't know. Master? Do I have permission to stay in this room after all?
You don't mind the condition?
I don't. How could I when it's the room you prepared for me, Master?
If you say so. Use it how you see fit.
Thank you very much. Does something displease you?
No. Nearly forgot what it felt like to be thanked by someone for anything.
Same for me. It's been a long time since I've thanked someone.
Hasn't it?
Yes.
And so it was. This night was the beginning of their long cohabitation and the beginning of their very, very long story.
I didn't get a wink of sleep. With the room wrecked, I couldn't have her stay there. Not that this is any easier. Plus, do you realize how maddening it is to see you like this? As if I have the guts to try anything funny. Couldn't bear the thought of doing something to upset her. Time to eat, I suppose. Up already?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Master. Did you sleep well?
Good to know she's not against greeting me. Hold on. How are you supposed to respond to someone in this situation? Do I say good morning? Hello there? Good day to you is overkill. Here's your morning meal. You may eat. That has to be the most frigid welcome I've ever heard! have I been this pathetic? Was I born this way?
Master? Do forgive me, sir, but I noticed our meals are the same.
Huh? What, is something wrong with that?
No, sir. In its own right. Even so, it is rather strange that my master is eating this as well.
Huh? Don't tell me. This food is too meager for consumption?
To put it bluntly, yes, this is what would be given to a slave like myself.
In other words, you'd call this... feed? Calm down, relax. She's obviously worried for me. Not offended or angry. Correction! That's clearly the patronizing look of someone thinking, might as well lend this poor soul my help lest he starve to death. And she has a point. I guess you can say this barely qualifies as food. I've lived off stuff like this my whole life, so I never questioned it. And there was always moldy bread, if no jerky. Kind of miss the sour taste, really. What do people normally eat on a daily basis, I wonder?
This might be presumptuous to offer, but I don't mind preparing something.
You mean you can cook?
I can surely try.
Home cooking! My dedication to sorcery kept me from daring to even dream of the possibility. And yet, the girl I'm in love with is going to cook for me? Very well then. It seems our task is... We're going grocery shopping!
Need a ride somewhere? That'll be 3 bronze pieces for the both of you.
Ah, that's right. I'm broke. 1 million! 1 million gold curiotis for the elf! 1 million! 1 million! 1 million! On second thought, walking is perfectly fine.
Right.
Need to refill the coffers somehow. Not a single coin to my name. Putting the torture equipment in the castle up for sale could fetch a decent price. Nah, I can't afford the logistics of selling. Maybe I should have robbed that driver back there when I had the chance. No! There's no telling what she'd think of someone who'd resort to mugging an innocent guy. She'd never forgive me. There's only one choice. Ditch the castle and open up a cafe with Neffy.
Surprise! Hand over the goods!
No! Those poor people.
Who? Them? Must have caught the attention of the robbers. Bandits causing trouble.
Hey,
They're not sorcerers, so I don't think it'll get too serious.
Got it?
You're shaking.
I'm fine.
Is this how Neffy was captured too? Hey, watch this. It's just like sweeping away the dust.
A sorcerer? Oh, great. Just our luck. Boys, now's our chance. There ain't no way he can keep firing those off. Let's take him out.
Neffy, stay real close to me. I'm going to protect you. It's probably too egocentric to say right now. So watch me, and see for yourself you have nothing to fear.
Hey, how did you...
Did you actually believe brute strength would work? All brawn and no brains, aren't we?
Bossman's down! Did you see that? A little hand over here?
A sorcerer helping commoners. How truly pathetic.
I take it that those fools hired you?
Minding my contract. I don't know who you are, my boy, but you'll sorely regret crossing my path if you don't run along.
He's gonna burn us alive!
Interesting. Using the flames to create yet another casting circle. Fine, I was getting pretty bored of this joke anyway.
Impressive, except you're too slow. Burn to ashes! That light just now! What happened to my spell?
Your precious casting circle is now under my control. How does it feel to be completely powerless? Come on, where's your fire? So quick to steal, but are you ready to be stolen from, you pest? Huh? Did I screw up again? As you can see, Nephi, cowardly bandits like those are as threatening as specks of dust. Treat them as such and sweep them away.
Specks of dust may be a stretch, considering they attacked the coach.
Guess we owe you one for saving our lives now, don't we?
I never knew there were friendly sorcerers.
Listen, mister, I'd like to hire you as our personal bodyguard for the remainder of this trip. This enough to cover your bill?
I guess. What is happening? Money falling into my hands, no questions asked? People market for that? Slow down. Sorcerers are usually the ones being hunted and attacked, including me. Still, I've scattered my fair share of annoying robbers. This is the first time I've been thanked for it, let alone paid.
Reckon you work for that fella. What a lovely gal.
Your master is a good man.
They're letting their guard down around me? Because of Nephi?
Master?
What is it?
These people, why did you choose to rescue them from those bandits?
To rescue them? Technically, you're not wrong. But it happened to be the unintended consequence of demonstrating that you had nothing to fear. Wait, maybe this is my chance to catch her eye! Quick, think of something to say. The right words to make her melt. All I did was teach that self-important filth their place in the world. On second thought, why even speak at all? Detour aside, we finally made it to the market. Let's take care of any daily necessities for Nephi while we're here. Distinguishing the needs from the... Pick out only what you need.
Whatever you might have at the castle will be good enough for me.
Sounds about right. A girl clinging to survival won't have much in the way of material wants.
Hello and welcome! And what manner of apparel can I assist you with today, Mr. Sorcerer?
Yep, that familiar mood shift. Put together an appropriate outfit for this girl.
You are so pretty! Just leave everything to the marvelous Manuela, my good sir. One outfit coming right up. Master! This way now.
That thing is attracting some unwanted attention.
The collar restricts the use of her mana. Careful! Don't want her slipping out of that, or she's likely to run off.
Now then, tell me, how's this ensemble?
Let's see.
What?
Speechless, right? It's a flawless creation from head to toe!
That's flawless! In what universe is this monstrosity appropriate?
Huh?
You say that like I'm some filthy freak!
Please don't look. I really don't feel comfortable in this.
No more clothes now!
Oh, come on. She has such a beautiful figure. In that case, let's try the next one.
Don't even think about putting that on her!
Lighten up, boss. Well, is this one a keeper? A traditional maid outfit at first glance, but the apron and dress are woven from the finest silks. The boots have healing sorcery applied to them, so you can kiss those achy feet goodbye.
Well, Nephi?
I'll gladly accept whatever you offer me.
With that attitude, she's likely to put you in another getup like the one before.
This will do just fine, thank you! Come back anytime you need a fit! Way to go. Nice to see your master cares for you.
He cares for me?
Here, let's stop by this store too.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good day to you, sir. How may I help you?
There's something I want you to take a look at. Do you know how to remove this collar? It's like your property of Archdemon Marcosius, and you don't belong to him. Right. Wrong, you dumbass! I referred to her like she was an object again.
Hate to break it to you, but this is the complex work of enchantments. beyond the power of folks like us to unlock. One look at that collar should tell you it's bad news. Good luck getting the girl out of that death trap. Make any careless moves while trying, and it's off with her head.
That rules out removing it by force.
To be perfectly honest with you, I think your only option is the key.
And no one at the auction had that, as far as I know. Which means it's somewhere in Marcosius's keep. Much appreciated, my good man.
Well, come on now! I haven't done anything to earn that! Besides, sir, I couldn't bring myself to accept any payment from you. Remember me? 1 year ago, my daughter and me, you saved our lives. We wouldn't be here today if it weren't for you. My coach was attacked out of nowhere, but you rescued us and made sure we made it out alive. In the heat of the moment, we ran off scared, but you were nice enough to let us go. I've hoped to pay you back ever since.
Out of the countless pests I've swatted over the years, seems some were attacking this blacksmith. Fine, I'll be taking this back, and
well, I'll cherish that day forever. Don't be strangers, come back anytime now.
What's going on today? People are being too chummy and it's creeping me out. Having Neffy around makes this big a difference?
That young man seemed too cold to even speak to before. He's warmed up considerably.
The sun's already setting. I'd be a jerk to make Neffy cook after a full day of running errands.
Master? Are you that determined to set me free from this shackle and rid me of it forever?
That's the plan.
And what happens after? Do you not believe that I'll run away once it's gone?
Well, I'm not exactly thrilled by that idea, but the outcome is pretty obvious. Neffy has no real reason to be invested in me, as I am in her. Even so, even if it means she might run from me. It's not as if I can take it off right now. I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Why couldn't I just say, but I still want to take it off you?
Right.
Need to find a sorcerer's tome with instructions on how to hold a Neffy. First time using a knife and fork?
You see... Food this exquisite is a bit overwhelming. Where do I begin?
Oh, I see. I think I finally understand what it is about this girl that made me fall for her. We're the same. She's just like I was when I had no power, despairing at a world where I didn't belong. Just start with whatever you think looks best. There's no one of importance you need to show restraint for.
Master...
Just eat. One bite of this will beat the jerky from earlier.
Thank you for the meal.
Don't swish it around. Bite it. Well, let's hear it.
Delicious. A very nice taste. How odd. I expected it would be much sweeter, but the inside is all juicy and sour. Want mine?
Say what? She's offering to feed me? Spoon to mouth? Not just any spoon, but the same one she used earlier? Is this lewd? It's pretty good.
Yes. You'll never force me to do any of your bidding, will you, Master?
I would never dream of it.
In that case, will you at least allow me to do things that I think will be of use to you? It's my one request.
Very well. You're free to do as you wish, Neffy.
Right. I appreciate that.
You like these, don't you? Here, take it. Satisfied?
I am. Thank you.
For the time being, she will assume the role of servant, and I, her master.
That was no dream. Indeed, that sorcerer saved me. We eliminated the last of the wicked spellcasters who preyed on young women. All had been well. But on our way back home... No, not a knight. It was one of the face stealers, the very monsters we had been after. And then there he was. Zagan, I believe. He had such a cruel, callous look to him. Yet, at the same time, there was something so lonely.
Lost in thought?
Lord Gladwell, hello!
No need for such formalities. After all, you were the hero responsible for getting rid of the sinners behind this string of kidnappings.
No. You entrusted me with the Angelic Knights, 4 of whom were lost.
Set yourself free from that burden. You rightfully avenged your brothers and returned home unscathed. Take heart in accomplishing that feat.
Sir.
Endure and stay on your guard. I fear other forces are at play.
Huh?
After scouring the Sorcerer's lair, we've discovered yet another culprit is acting within the shadows. That fiend Sorcerer Zagan. He's the one truly responsible for these horrid abductions.
Might this be a mistake?
Sorcerers are wicked. Even if he has no connection to these kidnappings, he is still evil and will face the hammer of judgment.
Your Eminence, I humbly request you task me with this duty.
Oh, truly noble of you to offer your angelic knight captain, Shastil Lilquist.
Finally awake, Master? Your breakfast is ready whenever you are. I hope you're hungry.
You really cooked breakfast for me?
I did.
So have you been waiting for me to wake up? Just like standing right there?
Yes, I was quite occupied watching your face.
I see. And one other thing.
Yes, sir?
Good morning.
All right. Good morning, Master.
Finally, pulled off a greeting! Oh! This place used to look like a graveyard. Did you clean it all by yourself? You bought bread, too?
No, I baked some earlier.
Wait, without any help?
Is that peculiar?
I'm not quite sure. It never even occurred to me that someone could be skilled enough to bake loaves this perfectly.
Thank you, Master.
Do wiggling ears mean a happy elf?
No, sir.
Then join me.
Thank you, but I'll be fine. There's only enough food for one.
Are you not planning to eat then?
It simply slipped my mind, Master.
In that case, we can share mine. Here, take a seat.
Come again? Sir, you realize you're sitting on the only chair at the table.
Fine, so why don't you sit here?
I would never dare do something so rude!
Ridiculous. Sit on my lap, Neffy. Why am I being so adamant about this anyway?
If this is what you wish, Master.
I can't believe it's really happening! Go on, and open wide.
This feels quite shameful to indulge in.
I can see that.
I'm being serious. Please don't tease me.
Next time we'll have 2 seats, right?
Right.
Not that I particularly mind this.
2 seats. I've had my fill, so now it's your turn to eat.
Payback? Warm, isn't it? I mean, the soup, of course.
The soup, yes. Quite warm. I'm curious as to what you're always studying so intently, Master. I suppose I figured as much, but I wasn't sure what purpose those unusual drawings serve in your studies.
Is the elven sorcery noticeably different from mine?
I wouldn't know. I can't use sorcery myself.
Despite having much higher quality mana than average? Look here. Conceptually speaking, these symbols hold unique power. The origins are widely debated. There are some who argue that it's the old language of the gods, but it could mark a demonic pact for all I know. This blueprint is the simplest form of sorcery, called a sorcerer's circle. Now watch as I use this to make lightning. I'll just inject a bit of mana into it. Sorcery at this level is comparable to having a leaf float on water. You can add symbols to the circle to increase its potency. direct it, expand its range, and control the timing at which sorcery comes forth. Really, the list of possibilities goes on. Didn't mean to scare you, but you see, all you need to do is channel your mana, and anybody can use it. Therefore, constraints are needed to protect your spells. In the absence of thorough defense, another sorcerer could hijack it with ease. What constitutes these circles are known as circuits. Are you following?
Mostly. So far, you've only made additions to the circuits out.
Good. Now you're thinking critically. The answer to that is both yes and no. It requires creating a second sorcerer circle inside of one that's already made. Doing that disrupts the flow of mana and renders the sorcery inactive or wild. Essentially, if you control the flow of mana, it's not impossible to achieve.
Amazing. So to seize control of another sorcery, you must override the core?
Indeed. And someone capable of that feat would be impervious to all attacks. With just a simple flick of their wrist, they could nullify any onslaught. Imagine it. The most powerful sorcerer of all time. In theory, that is. Look, if it was really that easy, people would trip over themselves trying to accomplish it. But no one in their right mind takes it seriously. Although, there are people crazy enough to poke around at the idea.
I think I have a better understanding of your work. To summarize, as long as they know the basic principles, anyone can learn sorcery, correct?
Astounding. I think she might have a real knack for this. Right once again. Consider every sorcerer this way. Our knowledge is literally power. To keep that knowledge from being stolen, we create traps to ward off thieves. So be careful when touching anything in here, okay? Kidding. The mechanisms have all been altered for your stay. You sound pleased.
Do I really? Am I that easy to read?
Kinda. The ears.
Our chats are often brief, so I was happy to hear you go on. I wanted you to never stop.
Oh, I guess I did get carried away. Sorcery is the only thing that'll have me talk your ear off.
If it isn't any trouble, may I ask you a question, Master?
Yes?
With such incredible power in the palm of your hand, what do you intend to do with it? Please forgive me. I see that was wrong to ask.
Nothing about that question was wrong. Suppose I've never thought about it. But if I had to answer, I'd say survive.
Survive?
When I was young, I lived my life on the streets, stealing whatever I could for food. And still, I had it better than others. I managed to get by with my life. But one day, I was captured by a sorcerer. Children do make for excellent sacrifices, after all. Too bad for him, I evened the odds before he could use his specimen. I learned that to stay alive, I needed to be stronger. Which is what I intend to do. It might sound trite, but I want immortality. Rather lofty goal of mine.
As for me, I was never able to gain that kind of strength.
Chin up, Nephi. We have company. I'll see to them while you prepare tonight's dinner.
I'll start it at once. And how many guests should we expect?
2 seats for you and I will be enough. These visitors will be going home soon.
So the fiend responsible for the kidnappings lurks nearby?
Where exactly? It feels like we're going in circles.
This is the work of a barrier. I'll deal with it.
Give me a break. Did the ever-formal church forget to teach its followers the concept of knocking?
What did you say? Huh?
Sorcerer. I knew it.
Have you and I met before? Considering how it tore through my wall, that must be a sacred sword she holds. One of the 12 blades that are said to have slain the Lord of Fiends. The symbol of the church's strength. And yet someone like her is wielding it? She does look familiar. It's the girl from the other day. Of course she's an angelic knight. Had I known, I wouldn't have let her go. What do you want? I'm a little busy at the moment. The defensive power of their anointed armor is impressive. Leaving a dent will mean putting in some work.
Attacking us unprovoked. You sorcerers are nothing short of wicked.
Lady Shastile,
You can leave this wretch to the Cerulean Knights!
If I slap you around for a while, will you please scamper home?
Shut your mouth!
I said leave! Or are you planning to make that twig of a girl carry you 3 oaks on her back all by herself?
How dare you mock us!
Enough! Fall back!
I will not yield! It can't be!
Sheathe your blade. I'm only asking once. Any sudden moves and I'll cave his skull in faster than you can strike. At least one of you is using their head.
Answer. Why do you torture him so? To further dishonor us?
Do you know how to stoke fear so that it leaves an impression?
Pardon?
If I were to leave no survivors, the ones responsible for this ambush would make a passing note of your fatalities. The kindling won't catch and spread his domain. Therefore, observe.
Is that your reason? Well, I don't believe you!
True. The moment bodies start stacking up, Neffy will hit the road!
As I thought.
Great. She can tell I'm bluffing about the kill.
It's over, sorcerer! I will slay you, for that is my sworn duty!
She barely touched it. The blessing of that anointed armor isn't shabby. But at the end of the day, she's still far too weak.
Will you not fight back? Why? Are you implying I'm not worthy of your aggression?
Attacking women has never really been my thing.
You fiend!
Especially when she looks around the same age as Neffy.
Curse you! Tell me, why has someone like you sullied his hands with sorcery?
Is relying on sorcery that grave of a sin?
It's evil! As long as it exists, the innocent will keep suffering! The people are prey!
What about that so-called righteous power you wield? Isn't it used for executing sorcerers proven weaker than you? I'm not trying to justify myself here, but there's no shortage of everyday people surviving off of sorcery. One by one, you murder them to support your lifestyle. So who are you to preach about evil?
No, that's why I refuse to bow to the likes of you! One strike!
You and I in a test of strength?
Bring it on!
What? This girl, she was holding back all along. I should be good by now. That sword must counteract my healing. Running out of options. Guess I'll kill her.
There's still time. Listen, if you pretend to fall by my blade, I'll let you go. The church will hound you until you die. If I succumb, there's always a stronger knight waiting in my stead. We all have parts to play. Get it? Renounce your sorcery and live a quiet life.
Pretty hard to believe I'm hearing this from an angelic knight.
Hard to believe you spared the lives of my comrades. You spoke callously of spreading fear, but the only thing I could see in your eyes was mercy.
Is she serious?
Listen, I haven't forgotten that it was you who saved my life that day. Forgive me. It isn't much, but this is the best I can offer you.
An angelic knight abetting a sorcerer is a serious crime. This can't be an easy deal to make. If I run, they'll go after Neffy.
Get back, Neffy! An ally of the sorcerer?
Stay your hand, Taurus! Why would you do that?
Trust me, this is nothing.
A change in the wind?
It's the forest. My master's blood was spilled all because of you. You won't get away.
Snap out of it! I'm here!
Neffy, is this the kind of power you wield? Eventually, the knights withdrew.
Sorry.
Still playing the guilty role until the end. Tell me, why did you deny your clear talent for sorcery?
That wasn't sorcery.
Then what was it? You don't have to answer. It truly makes no difference to me what kind of power you possess.
Oh crap! That makes it sound like I have absolutely zero interest in her, doesn't it? I see you as you are, and that's good enough for me. I said it!
I appreciate your words, Master.
Must have been scary for you to go through that, right?
Are you asking me if I was afraid? After what happened earlier, you don't find me unsettling?
Should I?
Absolutely! You saw what I did!
Yes, and I've never seen anything like it before in my entire life. It's remarkable.
Remarkable? Is that all? What I used earlier, it is known as mysticism.
Is that so? It actually exists? Unlike sorcery, where its composition is rooted in logic, mysticism taps into phenomena unconstrained by natural law. If that's the case, do all elves have that kind of power?
No. Only I do because I'm cursed.
She's always smiling. Creepy, muttering to herself. Freak. Toss her to the woods.
Stop! She'll curse you!
My power isn't supposed to exist. Children with white hair like mine are never supposed to be born in the first place.
That look. You aren't meant to feel. You aren't even a person. That's the look of someone who's been told this time after time.
But one day, we were attacked. My village was ambushed. So the people looked to me to protect them. You owe us for letting you live, they claimed. When I heard those words, it was like I could hear something breaking apart inside my head. After that, I practically gave myself up to the enemy. Everyone else fled for their lives. Desperate as they were, I don't think many escaped. My captors likely had plans for the bodies. And as I witnessed this carnage, the only thought in my head was good riddance! Cruel, is it not? One after another, my people were brutally massacred and all I could do was laugh! Now it's your turn to suffer, I thought. When it was all over, I realized the villagers had been right about me. That's why...
I get it now. She abandoned self-expression out of fear.
I'm sorry. You must be disappointed.
Why? I would have lived for what they did.
That said, the cruelty I displayed on that day is beyond forgiveness.
Beyond forgiveness by whom?
Everyone! All the villagers! My home!
But they're dead. So what does it matter? Do you think they're still cursing you? Holding a grudge beyond the grave is pathetic. Let your strength guide your survival. Succumb, and you'd be taunting the deaths of the powerless.
Can I live even with this curse of mine?
First, let me ask you if having power is truly that wrong. Is wanting to survive a sin?
I don't know.
Listen, take it from someone who's been called evil. It's true. A long time ago, I saved a girl from a murderous pack of highwaymen.
These fools only target the vulnerable. Stand up for yourself if you don't want to die.
So if I'm scared, am I not even allowed to live? You may be strong, but it doesn't mean you're better than anyone else.
Immediately I knew. That girl never experienced a hardship in her life. Sympathy and compassion are false, poisonous luxuries. Her sheltered lifestyle only diminished the girl's resolve. I wouldn't fall into the same trap. I rose above that to get to where I am. Granted, that didn't leave me anywhere special. That face, like I said before, I need you.
Master, I'm really allowed to remain here?
Yes, of course you are. Plus, your cooking is to die for. I just can't imagine my life without you, Neffy.
pardon me for that undignified display.
Don't apologize. First time you've opened up, so I'm not exactly complaining.
Please take this seriously, Master. Any lingering pain in your hands?
Come to think of it, I actually feel fine. No wounds? Nephi, did you do this?
Maybe.
Just from touching her? Mysticism is so powerful. Healing sorcery doesn't compare. The wonders never end. Thank you, truly. Is something wrong?
This is the first time you've thanked me for anything. How humbling.
So the thank you counter has been at 0 since day 1? An oversight. Forgive me.
It's fine. Don't worry. After all, you're my master.
What's wrong? You need something?
Not quite. A moment, perhaps? Would you like to sleep with me, Master?
Sleep? With you? Me, a man? Go to bed with her, a lady? Which must mean... Nephi, you're sure that's something you're ready for us to do?
Yes. Looking around, I saw only one bed in the castle.
What now?
Sleeping in a chair all night long can't be good for your back, Master. Wouldn't it be nice to sleep in a bed? It's easier to lie down. I don't mind. I can make room.
Oh, so she's not putting the moves on me. I'm just flat out wrong. She genuinely wants to share a bed. So pure. Look, that's thoughtful of you, but this is the anchor point of my barriers. Should anything happen, it's very important that I'm in this room.
I thought you might say something like that. Which is why... I would like to offer you my lap to sleep on.
A lap pillow! Absurd! No, don't you dare! Find you in my heart again!
You settling in well enough?
Both nervous and relaxed. Though I am in a bit of a shadow. Tell me, why offer this?
My mysticism didn't frighten you the least bit. In fact, you still welcomed me here. I suppose I wanted to show my gratitude.
Appreciate it, but that's unnecessary. You've proven to be a perfect servant.
Thank you.
Say, Nephi, ever thought of giving sorcery a try?
You mean learning to wield it?
Based on what I saw today, you still can't control your mysticism, right? In spite of the collar restricting your mana, your potential is plain. Maybe it won't solve everything, like controlling your powers, for example. But how about using it to defend yourself?
Sorcery? Do you believe I can do it?
Without a doubt. Trust me on this. You may even be better at it than I am.
Do you think it will help me become a better servant to you?
Didn't I already tell you that you're perfect, Nephi?
Do you think I'll actually be able to protect you if I learn sorcery?
You remember earlier, you protected me then.
I'll do it! Master, please teach me all you know so I can help you.
At least pick it up for your own sake, too. Henceforth, you will be my sole apprentice. Guess I never considered it until now. Entrusting the knowledge and techniques I've gathered to someone else.
Oh, one more thing.
Huh?
Something's puzzled me about your story. The fact that you saved that young girl, yet you claim to be incapable of understanding those who are weak.
So if I'm scared, am I not even allowed to live? You may be strong, but it doesn't mean you're better than anyone else.
Suppose I did mention that.
You spoke of the event with such indifference in your tone. Be honest, was it not painful?
What would make you say that?
If I had to guess, your eyes. You talked about it with ease, but you looked sad and distant. Hear me when I say you're not a bad person, Master. Sure, you hide your feelings, but the kindness you've shown me is a memory I will forever cherish.
Forever?
Yes.
Nice. This feels really nice. Maybe I could get used to more moments like this between us.
Whoa, what the hell? Word has it the Angelic Knights went after you, so how are you not dead?
Good question. Ask them yourself and get back to me. It wasn't sacred enough to take me down.
Great! You're telling me the famed maiden herself was soft?
Actually, she was the most difficult one. Even broke through a few of the castle's defenses. Reminds me of a certain someone wrecking my barriers whenever they show up.
Enjoy. Huh? Help yourself to as much milk and sugar as you like.
Thanks. Will do. I know you! That's the same elf from the Archdemon's auction, isn't it?
Of course. The very same elf we saw that day.
And what is she still doing here unsacrificed? Wait, is this a hostage situation where you let her live if she serves you? Is that the deal? Damn, that's so messed up.
Hence why you thought of it. Introducing my new apprentice, Nephi.
She's your what? Seriously?
Dead serious. My work may require a helping hand or two. It'll be nice to have an aide around.
I'm happy to be of service.
Ah, exploitation. So you acquired that elf as your new tool for more complex sorcery. Shame I never thought of that myself.
He's making me angry. Just because I'm guilty of it doesn't give him a pass to treat Nephi like a tool.
Did you chase away your righteous pursuers with the help of that girl?
I won't deny that she had a hand in scaring them off.
Set your sights on the 13th seat?
At first, all I wanted was the key. But an Archdemon's authority would mean fewer threats towards Nephi's life. What living sorcerer wouldn't? No. The truth is, I'm unlikely to be chosen right away. It's only been a decade since I dedicated my life to studying sorcery. Plenty of others have been at it for several hundred years. In terms of sheer knowledge and experience, I don't hold a candle to them. But as long as I stay alive, there's always a chance I can ascend the ranks. Nicely paired with the tea. Good choice, Nephi.
Then it's to your liking. Happy to hear it.
A question. You haven't gotten attached to this girl now, have you, Zagan?
Is it that bizarre for me to value the work of my apprentice? Try arguing against that logic.
Ha! Oh, please, I don't buy that. Frown all you like, but you're still sappy, Zagan.
Give it a rest. Huh? What? Leaving already?
Yup.
Thank you so much for wasting my time.
Are the two of you close friends?
Me and that guy? Don't make me laugh. Do I seem like the type of man who would invest my precious time into someone who only wants to weigh me down?
You look...
Did I?
Yes.
Do I actually enjoy talking with that idiot? That's ridiculous. Nephi's mistaken. Anyway, I believe it's about time for us to take care of those barriers. Let's get going. For your first lesson, we'll start with the basics.
Right. As you say, Master.
From that point on, Nephi worked hard on her sorcery lessons, balancing her studies while attending to the castle. Sharing space with someone, the castle somehow felt sweeter, softer. Day by day and little by little, my companion began to slowly open up. Still, her mysticism could use some work. Good. I'd say you're finally getting the hang of sorcery.
Only because of all of your help, Master. What do you say I fix up a quick lunch for us?
Please. Now if I could only get rid of that collar. Before I knew it, we had been living together for an entire month. Well, this is quite a shock. Seems the 12 have decided to knock on my castle door. The trading hub, Keanoides. Below this town lies ruins once used as a lair by Archdemon Marcosius. This place is where all 12 of the current archdemons have gathered, waiting just for me. Now the question is, what do they want?
Sorcerer Zagan, I presume. We were told our
What a sight to behold! Our youngest candidate to ever be chosen!
What is going on? Their mana is making me sick to my stomach. Forget peering into the eyes of a serpent. It feels like I'm in the belly of one already. These are the Apex Sorcerers, Archdemons. Gawking at me like I'm merely one of your specimens? If you've all had your fun, then I'd much prefer to take my leave.
To stand here and adopt such a defiant tone against the collective, let us spare the pleasantries and proceed. Sorcerer Zagan, thou hast been chosen to be our 13th comrade, an archdemon among us 12. Huh? Behold the sigil of the archdemon from our late Marcosius. Becoming one with us requires this brand, inherit his seat, and receive what he left behind.
What the hell is that thing? I've never felt mana this intense before. And now it's mine? I can feel a similar pressure from everyone else here. Meaning, being an archdemon isn't just about earning the title. It all makes sense now. Why the average masses are powerless against them.
Any objection?
Andy, but you and I both know I'm not the only powerful sorcerer.
Full of doubt is the heart, and still lacking is the capacity. Yet no living being can lay low the child before us. Recall the first sorcerer that you killed in cold blood. To paint Andros the Accursed as a feeble victim would be ridiculous. And yet the Accursed fell broken when challenged by a specimen, his life and his learning all but gone. How is it that a boy of no more than 8 could kill a sorcerer who had possession of a second name? Quite remarkable. Imprinting sorcery into the mind with but one glance. No. Contextualizing its very function in a blink of time, and creating a wholly unique sorcery from this finding.
Well, so much for keeping my trump card under wraps.
Such sorcery is worthy of awe. That talent is worthy of resentment.
Once determined to plunder freely and without abandon, all would be left without. Once determined to kill freely and without abandon, all would be slaughtered and none would be spared. Whisper so much as a single command, and all would have little choice but to surrender their sorcery to thee. A tyrannical power befitting an archdemon. Hear me when I say this. It's why we make the fledgling we see now an archdemon amongst us. Ascending a higher plane of knowledge, to wring every last drop of sorcery's potential.
Suppose your words are true. Wouldn't that mean I could rob all 12 of you right here and now?
Indeed. However, do be warned. What spoils you hope to take from us is paltry compared to what we gain. Think carefully about that.
An archdemon's wrath is nothing as simple as destruction. It is an erasure of all one has ever known. Man, material, memory, until one's very existence is obsolete. For that is the very essence of the beings who stand in this chamber. And as our 13th, it is this very essence that will become thine anon. Neither peace nor tranquility, from the shadows of sorcery to a yawning abyss, a pitch-black void where not a singular ray of light will penetrate. That is what will whisper into thine ear forevermore.
Like I didn't know. The moment I became a sorcerer, no. The moment I was forced into this life, I knew normalcy was out of my reach. My fate was sealed with one of 2 destinations. Become one of them was never an option. But can I really drag Nephi into that darkness?
We would hear thine answer, sorcerer.
Before that, one request. Accept and I'll take up the seat.
Huh. And what is this request? Let it be done. Do whatever thou wish with all of it.
You've got yourself a 13th, for I officially accept.
Let us all welcome our new comrade, Archdemon Zagan. And let us grant him his second name. Henceforth he shall be known as...
Welcome home! Right on time. Lamb stew is on the menu tonight. Master, did something happen?
It's too late for me with the road I've traveled. But what about her? She doesn't deserve to have her new life ripped away. Nephi, I've become an archdemon. A lord of sorcery. All others are inferior to me. As part of my appointment, I've obtained all of Marcosius's property. Which means... this won't shackle you any longer.
You unlocked my collar! Does that mean...
Yes. As Archdemon Zagan, I have no more use for you. Please leave.
Huh? Where am I? And how did I end up outside the castle? Let's see. I remember I was preparing dinner. It was lamb stew. Master had this tender look on his face last time I made it. I was so looking forward to seeing it again. Okay, better hurry back. Oh, right. I remember now.
So vow to live for my sake from here on! You're free to do as you wish, Nephi. My point is, don't make that face. Like I said before, I need you.
That's strange. Shouldn't one cry after they've been abandoned? You told me I could stay with you, didn't you, Master?